Today I'm going to be reading to you from Eye-Popping 3D Bugs by Barry and Betsy Rothstein. And this week we're exploring our reading question number 4, which is really about the social behavior of your animal. How does your animal interact with other bugs and other insects in of its species, and trying to determine if your bug is a social bug or not a social bug. And let's think about cockroaches. Let's see if we are able to figure out if cockroaches are social bugs or not social bugs. This is not my most favorite animal in the world, but for science sake, I will read it to you. And again, I'm going to try and show you the 3D pictures. All right. Cockroaches. Believe it or not, cockroaches are relatives of praying mantis. Oh, wow. That's a pretty cool fact. There's pretty good scientific evidence that cockroaches have been on Earth for more than 280 million years. The roaches of today don't look much different from the cockroach fossils dating back between 92 and 102 million years ago. That tells us they're awfully good at surviving and adapting to their surroundings, I would say. They survived, and the dinosaurs didn't. They get around. Roaches can be found almost anywhere in the world. Scientists estimate that there are between 4,000 and 5,000 different species worldwide, and most of them live in tropical climates. Only about a dozen of those thousands of species are actual household pets. Pests, not pets, pests. They most likely arrive in America and Europe through trading. Yep, they were stowaways on ships. They crawled their little way on ships. And as those goods were being shipped from Europe to the United States, to the Americas, they came and they reproduced. No head, no problem. In order for cockroaches to have survived as long as they have, they've developed some pretty impressive skills. A cockroach can live a month without food and a week without water. Humans cannot do those things. In fact, a roach most often comes out of hiding looking for water, not for food. Strangely, it can actually live a week after losing its head. What? It can live a week without its head. It dies only because it has no way to drink water. Amazing. That is a wow fact. Unpicky eaters. Cockroaches are omnivores, meaning that they'll eat anything. Among the things that they make meals out of are rotting fruit, dead animals, and plants. They're among the many decomposers, animals that turn dead material into soil by eating it and digesting it and then pooping it out. So they actually serve as an important purpose in nature. They're part of the cleanup crew, and they make great fertilizer. Maybe if we humans didn't produce so much garbage, we'd have fewer cockroaches wanting to live with us. Interesting fact. The cleaner your house, the cleaner our neighborhoods, the less garbage we produce, the less cockroaches we would have. Roach reproduction. The female cockroach lays her eggs in an egg case that in some species is left in a safe place. So again, I'm thinking of the life cycle, and they begin as eggs in a case, and then they develop into nymphs or hatchlings. The nymphs will go through several instars or stages of growth. At the end of each stage, they molt, or they shed their exoskeleton. Right after molting, the nymph is white, soft, and vulnerable to predators. Vulnerable, that means easily to catch and eat because it doesn't have the hard exoskeleton. After about 8 hours, the new shell hardens and darkens to its usual color, because if it's white, it's really easy to spot. It can't camouflage very well. In some species, the adult will have fully developed wings, although cockroaches generally run more than they fly. But there are definitely some cockroaches that fly. I have seen them. Like many of its insect relatives, a cockroach can reproduce females without mating, another handy adaptation that helps it survive. Getting rid of males will not get rid of cockroaches. It says, known as the brown-winged death head roaches, these cockroaches can grow to a length of 3 inches. And those are these that I showed you. And then the really big ones, it says they are the Madagascar hissing cockroaches. And a lot of us have heard of these because they make a hissing noise, and also because of their incredible size. This is the only insect that actually hisses. All insects breathe through pores in their abdomens or their stomachs called spiracles. But the hissing cockroach is the only one that compresses its abdomen to force air out through 2 of the openings. So similar to the cicadas, that they're compressing their stomach. Well, the cicadas are pressing their stomach to make a sound for mating season, but cockroaches, the hissing cockroaches, are actually contracting their stomach to breathe. They're breathing out of 2 holes that are in their stomachs, in their abdomen. These roaches hiss when disturbed and also when preparing to fight. So the hissing is a sign that they are breathing, but it's also a sign that they are giving you a warning, like telling you you're bothering me, or that if you don't stop bothering me, I'm gonna get ready to fight with you. So that's pretty much an interaction that they're having with other cockroaches or with other animals that they perceive to be predators. So I didn't really get many clues as to whether cockroaches were social animals or not social animals. I'm thinking that I might need to read some more to make that decision, because I didn't have enough evidence. And sometimes in research, you need to look at multiple pieces to find the information that you're looking for. That's part of our reading and writing standards for this week, actually, that we are going to be carefully looking for the answers to our questions, and we may have to read multiple sources to find the answers that we need. So I found out a lot about cockroaches, but I didn't, if I was reading this to find out if they were social or not social animals, I would have to say that I didn't find any information that would give any evidence that would give me like a really solid feel that they were social or not social. So I would definitely have to keep reading about cockroaches to be able to answer that question. You may come across that this week too. You may have to read more than one source and really be searching for evidence whether they're a social or not a social bug. If I was researching cockroaches, I would have to keep reading. I hope you're enjoying your reading this week and your research, and I can't wait to figure out what our research question next week will be.